With a winter chill gripping much of the nation, no such worries today here in the Sunshine State and Everbank Stadium in Jacksonville. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. The byes are over. It's now a 4-week sprint to the finish, and we are underway here in Week 15. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Lawrence going to put it up right away. And his first look is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Now is 2nd and 10. A give to ETN running right.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
Now Austin.
Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back.
And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Ryder Darby. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Man, that fucking cover 3, bro. Like, come on. I know it.
Quarterback's head and figure it out. Okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
second down, a run with Etienne. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Jaguars take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They go play action with Jackson.
Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
This is Walker.
You are in the fucking way, bro.
Down to the 12-yard line.
That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Again, it's Henry. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
One of the tight ends comes in motion. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left.
What?
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. Play action. Now Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry. A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Ravens' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. Two division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Ravens force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Incomplete.
You look at this Jaguar defense.
There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because guess what? They're facing the #1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them.
Here's 2nd and 10.
And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Play action. It's Jackson rolling to his right.
Throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Jackson.
This will go to Henry out wide.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Now is a punter, Jordan Stout.
And it's taken in at the 9. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Straight ahead, ETN.
Escapes the defender. Still fighting for more. There he goes left side.
Travis Etienne.
And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be.
Where did you get the sorry ass shit, man?
First quarter.
These two teams all tied after 1. Second quarter now for Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with
no
the
wonder
football.
they're running the ball.
As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Still let the man get some sorry ass shit.
And they'll go again with ETN.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
I'm wondering, partner, if they might need to sub him out for a play or two because after that long run he just had on the previous play, he might not have all of his breath back.
Yeah, and they went right back to that well. Different result.
Duvernay in motion. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. Oh, this one, they need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away
three,
and
man.
incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Sly able to put this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
Come on, I'm playing defense the whole time for the rest of the motherfucking game.
Let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 24-yard line.
Here's Jackson. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Nicole Hardman. Touchdown number 15 of the year.
And the Ravens are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And that's incomplete.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but it's no back door reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Now Lawrence. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Well, now they'll try the end around. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
To throw is Jackson. And Walker has it. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a 1st down. Now Jackson. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Andrews. Touchdown. Mark Andrews. A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Ravens are able to extend their lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The
Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
Hey, I'm gone. 11.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
11. Take right open.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Here's a diving catch right side. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Here's Austin. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. That'll go down as an 84-yard punt return. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker now to add the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff.
And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
In motion left is Davis. On 2nd down, here's Lawrence. Big strides, look at him go.
And finally brought down at the 43. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
You don't have to do that. That run shit dead now. Sneaking in. No more motherfucking run. Oh.
Hey, go. 30 left.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
A 57-yard attempt.
And this is caught from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that will close the gap down to 14. So just enough juice to get the 3, and I think that wind at the back helped a little bit there.
Certainly did, and to me that tells me that that head coach knows his kicker and realized the wind was at his back. That's probably the outer limits of what he could make, and he knew the wind might be able to aid him and get that ball over the crossbar, and it did.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
2nd and 10.
Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. Bulldozes past him. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
First down, here's Mitchell.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
He finds the rookie, Zay Flowers.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Jackson now.
And, it's incomplete. That would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
He finds his man complete. It's Walker.
He's going to be brought down there in the field of play. And the clock will run, no timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They go play action now. Jackson, Jaguar pressure, and a Jaguar sack. And they're going to speed things up here.
Now Lamar changing the play.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson, a short throw caught by Andrews. That'll give him 8 that time. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and he passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Ravens send their punter out now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is brought in at the 21.
13 yards on the return there after a punt of 57.
And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense him saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this 2nd half.
ETN up the middle.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
Think right. Here we go.
On 3rd down, Lawrence.
That's good
What?
by Kirk.
He didn't
And
even
he's
know
gonna
he
have a
caught
chance
that.
First down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Looking for more.
I get these niggas some sorry ass shit, but I can't get her in the cup.
Field incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here we go.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
11, add it. 11. Hey, kill.
Lawrence going to throw again. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 40.
And the Jaguars, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Go, let's go.
Duvernay in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Right back to Duvernay. That's complete.
Touchdown, Jaguars.
Devin Duvernay, 40 yards. And the Jaguars are back within a score.
That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Their own 19-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax.
Bro, like, come on, bro.
And he's taken down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Like how they started the third quarter here. They forced a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
They'll set up a throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
A first down carry for Henry. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Play action. Now Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting the game.
He'll buy some time right. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. After the penalty, it's Henry. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there, just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Now Jackson going to shift him around. Jackson, off play action. They'll roll him that right. And that one off the mark. A little eager to throw.
I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Tucker's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
As a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Lawrence running right on the option.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And quickly, they get to the line.
Now Lawrence. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Ravens are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. Running left, it's Henry. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
First down, Baltimore.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, oh, they're starting a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
It's 2nd down.
They go play action with Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5. Walker with a grab, left side.
And he will have a Ravens 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Play action. It's Jackson.
This will go to Henry out wide.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry.
Go forward, baby.
Run of 6 yards there, gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hip.
And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Derrick Henry. That's his 19th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth-quarter lead.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Well, the fucking luck to ran out.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Justin Madubuike busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back.
3rd and 19. Now Lawrence.
Under pressure, they got him again. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
51 yards on the punt there. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Jackson going to change things up a bit.
Now Jackson on 3rd down. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better.
Jackson on 1st down. Oh, he rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. And the Jags will take over here just shy of the 30.
Come on, run the ball. Come on and run the ball, bro.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Here's Lawrence.
He's going to let it fly. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Baltimore, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they fall to 8-6 with the loss. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs.